Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind and Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God's duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about Venus and Scorpio. Now, Venus and Scorpio right here, now Scorpio, I mean, Venus is at work. Venus is at work in Aries and Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the away signs for the planet. The home signs is Taurus and Libra. The away signs is Aries and Scorpio. So what happens here, you know what I'm saying? You at work, you have to work on your love. You have to work on how you receive. You have to work how you appreciate people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work on that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't working on that, you're gonna manifest situations that does not happen into you. What, you need to get something?
Newspaper.
Oh.
I mean,
you good. But yeah, that's how you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not, you're gonna be in certain situations where you're gonna want it but not know how to get it. And when you manifest certain situations in your life that put the learning process there, you choose not to learn it, it's going to be harder to do it the more and more you get up into more and more Saturn returns. So you gotta get with it. You gotta get with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only gripe with motherfucking Scorpios and Aries when it comes to Venus. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning process for them, and they may not feel accepting of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's wholeness and it's giving, and it may feel like when it starts to receive too much, it needs some type of resistance there, some type of opposition there, or it don't feel normal. And that's all for all Venus and Scorpio and Aries people. You know what I'm saying? But for Scorpio, it's a water, so it's more how it feel. It feels like, and then you add Venus, which is the filler planet. It feels like receiving too much of that. It needs some type of opposition. Now, Aries is also a filler sign, and it's the extroverted of Mars. Scorpio is the introverted Mars. Aries is the extroverted Mars. So Aries may show it doesn't appreciate love. Like, you may give Aries a compliment, and they may say something that's wrong about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Scorpios, you may give them a compliment and they may feel otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between the extroverted and the introverted when it comes to the Mars. You know what I'm saying? Scorpios may hold that within inside and think that you're being sarcastic about it. Aries may put it out in the open and say something wrong with themselves, hoping that you tell them otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn that. But yeah, as far as Venus right here though, it's sleep. I mean, not sleep. It's at work. So you have to put these things. So you're gonna manifest a lot of situations where you may get your heart broke. You know what I'm saying? Or you may see certain things ahead of time and and break somebody else's heart due to that fact you carrying on what you thought happened in the past to the future. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? You bringing all your dark aspects to the light of a new situation, and you can't do that. You can't do that. You have to understand that. And then sometimes you could come across the people that you're smart, you have a lot of common sense, and you may get an ego about that to the point that you may keep doing that, thinking that's the way to go. But after a while, you're going to show a person that, no, this is not the right person to be with, because they're not really accepting or appreciative to what's really going on, and everything is an objection. Everything is a you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn these things. You feel me? You can't just be doing that, and you can't be too critical too. You can learn that from the sextile Virgo. You know what I'm saying? And learn how to loosen up a bit. You can learn that from your trine Pisces. You know what I'm saying? And you can learn how to be more assertive to how you feel and expressing it to others. You can learn that from the extroverted side of Mars, which is Aries. You know what I'm saying? And learn how to not just hold it in and have it come out when you're in the mirror with yourself, but have it come out to the point that it's out in the open and you feel better about it, and it doesn't have to be negative. Because you off the back feel like, I'm going to hold this in, because if I express it, it's going to come across negative, and I already know, and I will piss somebody off because they piss me off. But see, everything not like that. You don't know how everybody take things. You got to understand that. Just because you deep down in the dark and you see all the ways a person can take it, that doesn't necessarily mean a person going to take it that way. So you have to understand that too. You know what I'm saying? You bring yourself up to surface. It's not good being too deep all the time. dark underneath there, because you'll close yourself out of experiencing what's above. And if you too much in the dark all the time and trying to bring things to surface that may not even be that way, because you're not seeing clear, because you're too deep dark down there, you can miss your own experiences sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And get isolated and isolate yourself to the point that you cause yourself to brood, because people are not as open as you was willing, that you thought they was going to be, but you manifested that yourself because you wasn't. So you got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? But Scorpio and Venus people, these people, they can over exuberate love too, but they may do it in a material way, and that's the polar opposite they have to learn with the Taurus. That everything doesn't have to see. Scorpios have to understand not to attach all things spiritual to materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? And Tauruses have to understand not to attach their materialistic things to spiritual. See, so that's the the little opposite things right there that's going on, that they can learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like Scorpio will do something, they think they have to give you something, but they think that you're supposed to emotionally feel a certain way about that. You know what I'm saying? They get taken advantage of when a person keep coming back for more. And then vice versa with the Taurus. Taurus won't do that no more once they see you don't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of times they won't give you nothing because they see what you would do with it in the first place. But as far as the Venus in Scorpio though, you know what I'm saying, these people may overdo that. You know what I'm saying? They may overanalyze their feelings, because that's what and what they feel like they're into, which is Venus. The planet represents that. So Scorpios can think themselves right out of situations, you know what I'm saying, that could have been good for them, just for the sake of the situation being unknown. And this is the realm that they're already in, so they feel like going into another unknown is unnecessary. And a lot of times this is how they block their own seeing of what's going on, because they're too far down there. So, you know, once they come above and understand that, and understand how to receive, and know that everything isn't against you, then you'll be able to receive things that's against you and not against you. And you may experience something against you, but try not to hold that, because that may be just something that's trying to get you prepared for in the future, something that's very good for you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know not to hold on to certain things. So, you know, yeah, that's the motherfucking Venus and Scorpio in the motherfucking nutshell, just for this video. And we're gonna go to the next video. Fight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. Air.